Sam, nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
This is not your bike, it's Toby's, yeah?
Yeah, it's similar to mine, but it's got Toby's name on it.
But is it different?
Yeah, a few details different, the handlebars, the suspension settings, but the rest is the same.
Yeah, but these differences, it's about you and the mechanics, or how does it work? Are you working together and you say, okay, I prefer the suspension to be this way or that way?
Yeah, it's this. Toby's a bigger guy than me, and he likes his suspension a little bit different. So yeah, we all have quite personal preferences as far as the suspension, the handlebars, but the rest of the bike is the same.
Okay, so next year, new location for the Dakar. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think the rally sport is like an adventure and discovery is how it started, you know, from Paris to Dakar. And I think South America has been great. And at the same time, I feel like we've explored all of it. You know, we've been to Argentina, Chile, Peru, Paraguay. I think now to go to Saudi is this new adventure, is a new discovery for everybody. And I think it's going to be a big challenge.
Okay, for me it's amazing how you guys are doing it at the same time, navigating and racing and everything. It's overwhelming a bit. And but how do you train for that?
Yeah, so everybody trains a little bit different. I do a lot of fitness training on the bicycle, running, but also I like to ride motocross. It's something that I have a passion for. I love the feeling that you get on the motocross bike, the adrenaline, and aside from that, we also do like a training camp for the navigation and work on that side of it. So you need to be a rounded rider and a lot of work, you know.
Do you have something like a special regime or something like that? Are you paying attention on kilos? I don't know, things like that.
Not so much. Of course, I'm training a lot, do a lot of work and a lot of fitness, but at the same time, when you're there in the desert for so long, you get tired, you get dehydrated, you lose nutrition, so you need to try and stay on top of all of it during the race. So it's not an easy act, you know, to be riding the bike 12 hours a day and trying to not go down with the fitness side or the concentration is really difficult.
Okay, I'm an adventure rider, and we, the adventure riders, are looking at this kind of bikes like there's something wow. Okay, there are prototypes that are completely different. We didn't ride them, but I'm sure that you managed to ride some of the series production KTM models.
Yeah.
So, which are the differences? I don't know, in terms of acceleration, in terms of...
So mostly, of course, the engine is different. Is much more in the direction of performance, and it's always this balance, you know, to have the performance and the reliability for a race like the Dakar. You're in 45 degrees in the sand dunes, and then at 5,000 meters altitude at -2, and the engine needs to be strong and reliable and very fast at the same time. And this is always a balance. The faster the bike is, the less reliable. So trying to have the good balance of a fast bike that's also reliable is not easy. And this eventually arrives to the production models. You know what they do in racing, they always push in the limits. So then after, you know, the year or the years after, it comes the technology comes to the production model. And you know, I had the pleasure to ride the 790 Adventure R in Morocco, and really I was super surprised at the performance. You know, I remember looking down and being at like 155, 160, and like, wow, this bike actually rides really good. You know, I was really pleasantly surprised. And you know, other than that, we have some other details. Normally, suspension-wise, is in the direction of performance, so not much comfort as you would have on the production models, but really strong and hard, and you can hit stuff harder. So it's always a little bit in the direction of performance as far as over comfort when we're racing, you know.
What would you prefer on a bike? More power, less suspension, or more suspension, less power?
Well, it's not an easy one, you know. This is the problem. We're always pushing the guys at KTM to ask for the best of every world, you know. We want a bike that does 200 kilometers an hour, and we want a bike that is reliable for 12 days, and we need the best suspension. So it's not easy. I think in a race like the Dakar, I would rather, because I'm a racer, I would rather have a strong, fast engine, and I'll try and figure out the discomfort of the suspension. But now, luckily with WP and KTM, we have a good package. You know, the suspension's working really good and the engine's strong, so we cannot ask too much from the guys.
Okay, let's get back to the Dakar. Which terrain is the most difficult for you? I don't know, the sand dunes, the hard pack, high-speed riding.
For me, I was living in Dubai for 10 years, so the sand dunes are somewhere I feel really confident and comfortable and not with stress. I don't enjoy so much the really stony technical places in the riverbeds. I feel like they're quite unpredictable and dangerous because you always end up going so fast in the riverbeds and they're changing all the time. So this is a place where I try to take a little bit more care and not make any mistakes.
Oh. And if making a mistake and getting hurt, because I know you had some serious, how do you recover from them?
Yeah, you know, when you're racing at the top level, I think it's normal that sometimes the crashes are coming because you're always pushing the limit or searching for the limit, and sometimes you find it. Yeah, you know, when you're injured, as a racer, your first thought is, okay, when can I be back on the bike? How can I get, you know, it turns into a race to get better. You know, you're trying to do everything you can to eat good, to go to the physio, to do the fitness, to get better as fast as possible. So we're always trying to race, you know, race to get better, race to win, race, you know, this is the mentality, and is what I love.
Okay, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you. Cheers.